Another wonderful advantage of watercolor is that you don't need solvents. All you need is water to clean your brushes and to mix the paint. The end result of watercolor does offer a huge advantage over the other mediums, however, something to really consider. For me, it's been one of my preferred mediums as well, because the end result of the painting is you have much more brilliance than oils or pastels or acrylics. The painting pops out more. And the reason for that is that the light goes right through the pigment as a film, comes back and bounces off the white paper, and everything looks like it has more light on it. And believe it or not, all those three combined will end up with all these different colors here. So we have to intermix these. There are hundreds of combinations, but with my three-step system, it's much easier. We're going to now place the colors on the hours of the clock. We need a green, which will be the result of a transparent yellow and ultramarine blue. Always grab your lighter color first. Make sure your brush is nice and clean. And you can see how easy it is to mix color. I always equate this as bring the people out to dance on the floor, and you can dance around and swirl your colors, and you end up with those beautiful different ranges of combinations. So there's our green. That's called a secondary color or secondary hue. And I'm sure you're thinking what the next one will be. Violet. See how look how quickly I got to that mixture there. Bingo, that fast. Okay, oh, you guessed it, orange, because I can hear you out loud there. I know what you're thinking. See how fast you can get to those? That's why you don't need all these colors. You can work with just a few. A very good palette would be transparent yellow, ultramarine blue, permanent rose, raw sienna, and burnt sienna is practically all you need for most landscape painting. Another way to control this, you do the same thing. If you feel that you have too much water here, in this case that's a very dark value, so I don't have to squeeze the water out of my brush. But if I get to a lighter value, and I still want to control my edges, then the technique is to take a paper towel, hold your brush upright like this, squeeze it at the ferrule, let the water run down. Now you have a moist brush once again, and you can do the same thing. That's a very light value, but it's still being controlled. And again, you can see that the two holes in the 8 are not closing. So a darker value is controlled by picking up barely moist paint, and a lighter value is controlled by sucking the water away or out of the bristles. Let's do our dragon pole technique. Burnt sienna, ultramarine blue. Make sure you have an irregular contour. And I like to place my trees where they go on a slant so it doesn't mirror the parallel format of your frame. And always take advantage of your sky holes or sky gaps to place these individual tree branches. It's an excellent opportunity to indicate these. And you can get pretty busy with these gaps here and these little branches and everything. About 2/3 of the tree. Once you're 1/3 at the top, I would recommend that you don't keep adding them. I'm checking if this has dried now. I put my knuckles on the back. You don't want to put your fingers on the front because we have sweat glands and it'll contaminate the painting and leave maybe a smudge. So the back part of your hand is fine. If you're a beginner artist, you want to resort to using other mediums to help you out along the way so you don't feel so pressured that you have to do everything perfectly. For that, there's a product called Pan Pastel. Comes in a little makeup kit sort of format with an applicator. You just swirl this around and load it. And watch how I can create mist with this. It's semi-opaque. It comes in different colors. There are sets of 80. And I can somewhat add a little bit of mist and fog to my areas. For example, I feel that that's a little bit unclear, so I can just go in there and, as you can see, it gives you like a 50% value difference between that and that. That's great. Let's start now with the impression of flowers and whatever. Some stems back here. Something will just carry the eye. Carry the eye is a term that I use quite a bit because you want the viewer to move in the painting so your painting carries the viewer for a ride to different parts so you can see everything.